Very well. Comrade, some are saying that we should enlist the UDS team into the Black Stars.
I would not be surprised. And kudos to the UDS team. And again, this is a time where we would say a big thank you to the late former President, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, who won a $50,000 Hunger Project Award and decided to give that to the establishment of the UDS, which today is putting the name of Ghana on that high pedestal. I must commend the team as well. They have demonstrated that the can-do spirit overcomes everything. But again, it is one of the reasons I feel today as I'm here that personalities like Ken Ofori-Atta should be arrested and prosecuted immediately as soon as we can.
Why? What is the link?
Reason being that it reminds me of the Esipon Stadium, where he read the budget in Parliament and told Ghanaians that work ongoing there had reached 90% level. And when any person, including a layman or even a daughter of yours who is in nursery, visits that Esipon Stadium, from that time till date, work there had never even reached 5%. So when you had a bunch of criminals who have perpetuated this form of harm on us, who knows? Who knows? Maybe a team from Western region could have also been part of this, but they have been denied by a minister who failed to appreciate the reason for holding in fidelity the purpose of holding public office. I am so glad. I have been following the commentary on, I'm not a strong football fan. I love just to see great footballers like Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, the Black Stars guys, Andrea. I love to see individual players excel in what they do. And so I was very happy when I heard that the UDS team did this marvelous work. It only tells that when we put the minds to what we want to do with preparedness and that can-do spirit, we can really achieve it, regardless of whatever challenges. And see the examples being given. They didn't have all the requisite equipment or resources you may think of, but they resolved to do so. It reminds me again further of my days back in the Polytechnic. I was involved in 2 games. That's pole vault, maybe people will say because of my height, and then also volleyball. And these were games that I loved so much. Till date, I wish I could still be maybe a volleyball star, but in Ghana, what are you talking about? You're joking if you talk of that.
Right.
And so it also again tells we must pay attention to all sports. Even though it is the same football, it means that a certain attention was paid to them either by the institution itself, and once they were resourced well to train, they felt very, very motivated. And don't forget also, when you have a team that is fully locally based, they all are hungry for success.
Exactly.
And therefore, there's no senior man, foreign player, this and that. So everybody feels they must make a mark. And so when they have that mentality, it is the reason why we say everything begins with the mind. So long as you put your mind to whatever you want to achieve, it is doable.
Very well. Doc, I mean, congratulations are in order, but how do you think we can properly reward this team?
Well, if you've studied abroad or taught abroad, you realize how sports, either at high school or the university level, is not left a chance. In the United States of America, for instance, every single sportsman or woman you see is a university graduate, or at least a high school graduate.
Right.
The Michael Jordans and all of them, all the NBA stars, they are university. The university education does something. It keeps you disciplined. It keeps you focused. And that is why you cannot be an NBA star, you cannot be an NFL star, or even an MLS star, unless and until you are in the university system. Because once you are a student athlete, the system is able to monitor you, the system is able to guide your progress, and you finally graduate to become the best you are. So if you want to make sure in the hands, and look at it, the sports, you can say that no other country comes anywhere close to the United States of America when it comes to sports. The Olympics and everything else, even if you look at football, they are picking up strongly. It's because they made it based on the school system. The school system does a number of things. Rich people can go to school, but poor people too can go. There's a reason why you will see poor people or who are maybe academically not good graduating from Harvard, graduating from Yale, graduating from MIT. It's because the thing, what they have to sell or what they have to achieve their potential is their sports skill. So you and I could be bookworms. You and I could be nerds. You and I can read and write and math and do everything. That is what we have to live. But it's a kid who is not that good at math, who is not that good at science, who is not that good at English, precisely because either background, poverty or whatever. But that kid has a skill, and the world needs that skill. So part of the reforms we should be seeing is to a purposive attempt to encourage people to develop their skills. I should see the Ministry of Education tell universities that every year 5% or a certain percentage of all your admissions must be people from the sports fraternity.
Right.
We do high school sports in this country.
Yeah.
We do.
It's not as vibrant as it used to.
And I'm trying to come with the policy. Look, we do JSS sports. After JSS, there's a national level. We do HSS. One, imagine the government of Ghana comes out with a policy that says that when we are recruiting to the security services, we'll give priority to anybody from JSS or SS who has won a medal. First, second, third. That they will be given priority first in the recruitment to the police. That is a big motivation. Then what you then see is that schools, big schools, small schools, powerful schools begin to recruit these kids. Where we know them. We attend the school, we know the kids who could not spell their names, but put them on this field and they are better than Abedi. We know the kids who could not put one and who don't know, or you could just say 1 + 1, but put them there. So imagine we do that. We come up with a purposive policy that says that if you win an award, like my brother here won pole vault or whatever you win, the moment you apply to the police service, to any of the services, you are given an upper hand already. You are qualified, you have to go. Imagine we keep doing that. Then you will see how many kids will leave the streets to go back to school.
I think for the police, they are doing that. The
Yeah,
police ladies
but it's not a
recently
purposive policy. They do that. Yes, the security services need them. But if it is announced and actually added and let people know, you will see the number of kids that will leave the streets to go back to school because they want to play for the Black Stars.
Right.
Imagine we come with another national policy that says that all players for all the national teams after the Black Stars must be recruited from university or from schools. In other words, unless you are playing for a school and unless you make it to the inter-schools competition for JSS, inter-school competition for SS, or inter-university competitions, you cannot be drafted into any of these. Again, school keeps people there for a long time. They learn habits, they learn how to behave, they learn skills. Until we do that, the current policy of this is so haphazard. It's so haphazard that it's not well planned, it's not well considered. So as a kid, you need to go through a lot of hoops before you get recognized. And so for me, we need that. We need an overhaul. We need to stop seeing sports as something for fallouts. We need to stop seeing sports as something for kids who are not smart or intelligent enough. We need to see sports for kids who are smart, who are hardworking, who are intelligent, and who are disciplined. And when we begin to reward that, a lot of kids will invest in it. When we begin to reward that, a lot of kids will see that it's an alternative. And we stand as a country to be the bigger beneficiaries of it.
Very well.
Now the artist, you see, this is where the school placement comes in. Placement that we have computerized. How does it factor in sporting personalities?
Yeah, yeah.
And some time ago, schools actually go out to look for sports talents to recruit.
Yeah.
So you may even be, your results may show that you have failed, okay? But they'll recruit you because they are recruiting you because they want you to come help the school achieve result in sporting fields.
Right.
So people may have F in maths and English, but they'll go to the school because the school is not recruiting them because of academics. It's recruiting them for them to come and help them achieve laurels in sport. Today, headmasters can no longer recruit on their own because the system sends you who you should have based only on academic performance. It has no room for any other talent that you have. So you realize that when we complain about school sports dying, it's because of systems we have also brought in. Some time ago, there are schools that you know that when you go to Accra, when they say athletes in terms of athletics, they pride themselves that they produce some of the students because they just recruit people that if academically the person is not good, but the person can do a lot in sports. They recruit. They do it at secondary school level. They do it at university level because your results slip shows that in your there's this space they write there.
The remarks.
Remarks after your extracurricular activities. You are good in football. This one, it's a very good athletics. It's a good high jumper. They are all there. So when you present it for admission, they look at the grades and they look at what skills you have as well. And your skills alone could be the reason why you are in Addis Adel, Achimota, though your grade looks very bad, but the school is looking at what you're offering the school. You understand it? So this is one thing we have to look at. How does the school placement help in this, as we are all saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't help in any way. So it sometimes we bring a system thinking it's solving one problem, then it creates another problem. So we have to really look at this school placement thing, because look, Michael Essien, Asamoah, and all the big footballers who are produced. Can you imagine what they've done for their school? Just one person's achievement. One person in sport.
Recently, there was a big scandal in Hollywood, in the United States. When you see big Hollywood stars, some of them millionaires,
Oh yeah, buying admission for their
trying to
children.
get their children into sports
bribe
to get admission. So look, I'm saying that it's not difficult. Earl come and say, what we can simply do is that, like, don't let headmasters go and hand. Look, tell every school that all the best secondary schools reserve 1% admission for people in sports, and there can be an objective way of doing that. What do I say? There's JSS sports, right? Tell them to qualify for that, you should have won, let's say, a medal at that level. That's all. So whatever you do, the only thing you can demonstrate to a disadvantage that you're a good athlete is that I was part of the gold-winning football team
At the district level,
at the regional level, or the national level.
Right.
And do the similar thing for secondary schools. Once you do that, again, it introduces a lot of competition, a lot of commitment. And the policy we now have is broken. And so it doesn't seem to reward things like this. We are still focused on the what? The reading, writing, and this and the RRR, which again rewards nerds, rewards bookworms, they leave people with equal status. It's not too late. We can do that. Especially now that we have a complete ministry for youth development and a complete ministry for youth and sport.
Right.
I don't see why those two should not be able to sit down and do this. If you begin rewarding people for their skills, then you are closing a very big gap between people who's probably, because of their backgrounds, they can go to some of the best private schools and make it up, but people whose background is no good. A skill is something given by nature, which will help people refine it and benefit from it.
Right. Elegant.
See,